Hi everyone. I am trying to get the Facebook Live going, but I'm not having any luck here. I wanted to say that I just received a letter from my attorney's assistant saying that I now have to go back to Iowa, where I was last week, as people know, and I was sitting in front of the courthouse where three judges have denied me access to my children. And now they want me to go to mediation for the contempt action. Really? How am I going to mediate a contempt that the ex has done? Abducting children, withholding children, violating orders, taking away my flight benefits that are court ordered to me and have been for the last 17 years. And let's see, numerous things. Oh, yeah, filing taxes on children that he abducted. And he is not supposed to file taxes ever on those children since he actually denied paternity because he had a girlfriend. Um, when he kidnapped him the first time, the first two, in 2000. So he's never supposed to file taxes on them. So I don't understand how I'm supposed to mediate something that a judge is supposed to take care of. And in April, yes, April, 6 months ago, I already drove 1,400 miles round trip for the same mediation. And I filed a motion to waive the mediation because you can't mediate with a narcissist, right? If you don't know this, then you haven't been dealing with parental alienation. And if you go into any mediation and sit there for more than 5 minutes, you are a damn fool. You only have an obligation to go to it. You don't have to sit there and pay these lawyers $200, $300, $400 an hour to sit through this bullshit. I've already made that mistake a year and a half ago. So when I went to the mediation in April, I already informed the entire state, basically, that I would go there and be gone. And that attorney that was the mediator actually said, "You have met your obligation, you may now leave." And even gave me case law for a case that he tried where they stripped a man's rights for keeping a child from the mother with these false allegations of abuse. So now my new attorney that I've had for 5 months is now stating that I have to go to mediation for the contempt. Okay, it's the same contempt. We haven't been to court, so nothing's changed. And he's saying it's a new contempt because he filed it. It's already been filed. So I guess they think I'm stupid. So, his assistant has written me 4 times this morning and saying that I have to go. So I've also told her that I'm not planning on going and they can hold me in contempt. I mean, if they're not going to put my ex in jail for abducting children or the judges in jail for not abiding by the UCCJEA, then how can they put me in jail for not going to a mediation with a narc? I don't understand this. And if I'm forced to go, then shouldn't he give me flight benefits that he took or sold to other people? Or do I have to drive again on no money? That's always fun. And also, I'm on short term disability because of this crap, the PTSD, sleep apnea, you name it. I've had issues with it, and Bell's palsy, which is why you see the eye not opening right. Yeah, that's caused from Bell's palsy. My mouth was down here, and this eyebrow was clear up here. Yeah, couldn't close my eyes for 4 weeks. So that was $1,000 in acupuncture when he kidnapped my first two children for the seventh time. Yeah, not second, seven. Okay, so he's abducted my first two 7 frickin' times. Okay, when you think your child is in Chicago and getting on a plane, and all of a sudden, 3 hours later, she's getting pictures taken of her next to the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Kind of seems odd. and then you don't see your children for days, sometimes weeks. This happened with my son as well. He was supposed to be on a sailboat in Kema, Texas, was supposed to be there with him for 2 weeks. I didn't see the boy for 8 weeks. And lo and behold, he ended up in Pennsylvania. When I said, make sure you call me every other day, he did up until the day he was supposed to arrive at my home. And I don't know how you can get from Texas to Pennsylvania without making a phone call to the mother of the children that raised him alone, actually. So I would love it if any fathers' rights groups would stand up and help some mothers out here, especially in Iowa. That would be great because we have no help up there. And I'm in Texas, so I have to keep going up there. And I'm broke, just like all of you. But you know what? I don't see my kids every other weekend. I don't even see mine 1 hour a week that people are complaining about. I see them zero. Zero. I don't get texts, calls, emails, letters. No one answers them. I send gifts to the school. They're intercepted by either the principal or the ex. I don't know what's going on. I don't get any records from the school unless I send a FOIA or tell them this is a public information request. I shouldn't have to do this. I'm the mother, and I actually put them in those schools prior to moving to Texas. And also, my ex has stated to the judge last April, no, not 2016, 2015, that I didn't have my kids in school in Texas and that they were just living down here, not going to school. So I'm wondering why I have their registration, their school IDs, and a letter from the principal asking me when my children will come back to school. And I had to reply, I don't know. They've been abducted. You tell me. So I don't know how I would have received that if they weren't in school. Then he said I had 3 pending cases in 3 different states with CPS. I've never abused my children, and I've never had any pending cases anywhere except for Texas when he told the kids to claim they were being abused. The funny part is they said I was diagnosed as bipolar by a marriage counselor and given prescriptions to take by a marriage counselor. And they didn't even know I went to marriage counseling with their father because, they were in utero. I know my children are smart, but I don't think they knew we were in marriage counseling for 2 days in November 1999 when they were born 3 months later. And of course, my kids aren't going to know, or they weren't able to know at 15, that marriage counselors don't diagnose people, and they definitely cannot prescribe meds. But I did contact Iowa, the marriage counselor's office, and they had to go to the basement for the archives and retrieve what I knew to be true. And I'm not bipolar. I have no mental illness. The only thing I have going on is PTSD from the bullcrap of my kids being mentally abused daily and the legal abuse syndrome going on because I'm sick and tired of these judges doing this crap. And it's criminal, and every judge should be locked up. Every damn one of them. And if I was able to get an order by Judge Hefner in Iowa last week saying that I can see my children when I'm in Iowa, I think they just screwed the pooch, so to speak, because wouldn't that prove I'm not abusive if a judge is granting me the right to see my children? One judge. One judge. So I guess my next plan, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to start filing orders myself. Apparently, my lawyer doesn't know what the hell he's doing. So I'm going to start putting more evidence in. The state of Iowa does not allow us to be a level 2. I just learned this. So if you're not a level 2, then you cannot see your records on your e-file. So when I called the clerk, she said that's a legislative decision. Really? Okay. So in Iowa, the legislators have basically made a law stating that we can't see records that our own attorneys are putting onto our account. We can only see what we put in. So I guess I'm going to have to put in all the evidence that I don't know if my attorney's already done this. So I'm basically going to be duplicating things, possibly. Who knows? He probably didn't put it in anyway. So I'm going to show proof that my kids were in school, that I have no pending cases of CPS, because when Texas CPS was at my door, he just laughed when I explained to him that children can't know about marriage counseling when they're in utero, and none of this is true. So that was ruled out. And as far as Tennessee and Iowa, I've never had any cases of CPS there. So I would say that's perjury. I even asked my own attorney the difference between perjury and fraud upon the court. And exactly like I thought, fraud upon the court is when the court actors, lawyers and judges, are committing fraud to get their way, just like attorney Charlotte Coyle did, my ex's attorney, and stated I didn't have the children in school and had all these pending cases through CPS. Weird that you wouldn't investigate that first. But okay, so sorry I couldn't get on Facebook Live. You're just gonna have to see it this way. And of course, I'm wearing my shirt. It motivates me to fight for my kids, and I wear it several times a week. And I am putting it out there again for people to order one today, and they had kind of messed up my order, so I'll be placing that on the Parental Alienation Awareness Iowa group and Parental Alienation Warriors Unite, and maybe my Race No More page. And I hope everyone sees their children and stands up, fights for your rights, fights for your children's rights, because this is crap. And if I had to sit there by myself, I don't care. If no one wants to come and help me protest, that's fine, I guess. You're the one that has to go to sleep at night knowing that you're not helping. And I would have helped anybody, man, woman, whatever, if they're not seeing their children. I would have drove 720 miles to sit with them. But that's okay. I will remember. Don't forget, I will remember. I'm a Virgo. We're good at this. So, anyway, I will chat with you all soon. I'm headed to the library to start filing some stuff and pissing off some judges. Bye.